Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel for our FC26 Manchester City career mode. If you've missed the first episode, which is the introduction episode to let you know all what is going to go on this series, go and check it out because that will tell you the lowdown of the way things are going to go. Because in today's episode, we're jumping right into the action. No pausing, no messing around, it's straight into the fixtures. Let's have a look what is in store for today's episode on the calendar ahead of us today. So we're going to play Wolves away from the start of the Premier League season. It's Spurs at home, it's Brighton away. And we end the episode probably either with a Manchester derby or maybe a cup game in around there in the FL Cup, and I think that comes later on. So I think it will be that game against Manchester United. So a derby in the opening episode doesn't get more exciting than that. Time for Pep Guardiola's first ever press conference in this series as well. We're probably not going to show many of those throughout the series, but we're going to do one to start it. Duarte has led the defensive line beautifully in the past matches. It's the first game of the season. Big mistake by EA at the start there. What's Haaland going to do? Well, we're just going to say, we'll just encourage Erling Haaland to play well, keep him happy in the squad and so on. Arias has been lighting up recently. No, he hasn't because it's the first game of the season. Up against Nuri against the former Wolves player. And we'll encourage Nuri as well. It's the first game of the season. We'll keep encouraging these players. And Rodri is performing as a holding midfielder. You're looking at him fueling the counter-pressing style of play. Well, Rodri's absolutely brilliant at that. Celebrate Rodri's form. All positive things for City before we get into this game against Wolves. We are going to change things slightly going into the opening game of the season. For reasons to just try and see what some players play like, because I know that Foden's the future side and so on. We're going to start with Nunes at right back on his return to Molineux. Bernardo Silva comes in for Phil Foden in that attacking midfield role, and Bob comes in on the right wing as well. So Savinho drops out, Foden drops out, and Kusanov drops out. That is the only change to make in the starting 11 for this opening game. A bit more attacking fullbacks really, Nunes and Nuri. Bob's very controlled on that right hand side, and Bernardo Silva has a bit of control in that midfield as well ahead of Phil Foden. They are going to play key roles this season. We just dropped them out for now. So look at that side of the bench. We've got Mamouche, Savinho, Shaqiri, Foden, Nico O'Reilly, Kusanov, Stones, and James Trafford. Donnarumma does start in goal. Of course, at this point in real life, he wouldn't have signed. But we're going to go with it like that anyway. And hopefully we start things off really well. We're starting on world-class difficulty. If things get too easy, we'll bump it up to legendary, but I have literally played about 30 seconds this game pre this one, so I don't want to go in and get smashed and then really start the season so poorly when that wouldn't happen in real life. So here we go, opening game of the Premier League season. Manchester City take on Wolves. Now in real life, Tijjani Reijnders had an incredible debut. Let's hope we're going to see something sort of similar as the two sides make their way to the tunnel here today with a very shaky camera. Warming up for the opening game of the Premier League season. This can set a level, can't it? If we start the season really well, City could be in a really good position going into this season. You've got to start well in the Premier League. I think if you start off with a defeat, that immediately drops the confidence of the team. We know the way we line up. We know the way we're going to play. We're going to play this high-pressing, intense football, possession-heavy Manchester City game. I'm interested to see how do Wolves line up under Vita Pereira today. So handshake between the two sides, a return to Molineux for, of course, Nuri making his Manchester City debut today. And, of course, Matheus Nunes at right back on the opposite side as well. We're happy to change things stylistically if we need to, tactically. Maybe Nuri and Nunes play more attacking. They stay with Sarr in goal. It is a back five here. Gomez and Mutesi in the midfield too. Strand last the man to look out for. Pacer Wangi, Chan and Skiller John Alias as well. They do have the likes of Andre on the bench as impact subs, but that is a very, very good starting 11 from Wolves. One we have to be wary of today. That back five, we're going to have to break it down. Rodri, Foden. It's Bernardo Silva, Foden not in there today. But a great ball through to Oscar Bob. And Bob pull it back out. And Rodri hits one here and it's blocked away by Santiago Bueno. In the back line, corner ball City to Tijjani Reijnders over it. Rodri wide towards Doku, and here is Nuri supporting now. Reijnders, going behind to Nuri. Across the box, Haaland at the near post here! And it's 1-0 Manchester City. Our first shot on target, and that equals our first goal. Nice play on that left-hand side by Nuri and Tijjani Reijnders. A pre-assist for Reijnders, which is very much part of his game. A ball over top to Nuri here from full-back. A great ball in by the Algerian. Near post for Haaland, thumps it, really powerful. There's no chance for Jose Sarr to keep that one out. And to Rodri, Guardiola will help us in the build-up here. Now Silva, Reijnders, Rodri, into Haaland here, back to Rodri. Oh, I should have shot with Rodri there, or maybe even taken a touch. Docking behind to Haaland here, trouble for the opposition. Haaland across the box to Bernardo Silva, cleared away. Half-time lead by 1-0. Good performance. My first experience this game, so obviously the link-up play is not quite there. But I'm happy with that so far. It will come. Yuri. Right to Doku. And towards Reijnders. Back into Doku here. Shove the opposition Doku. Keeps it well, Doku. Into the box to Rodri. Tijjani Reijnders! 2-0 Manchester City. Reijnders with a goal. An assist for Rodri. I'm telling you what, Reijnders is going to have a real big impact on this season. I can sense it already. Nice play by Doku down that left-hand side. He pulls it back to Rodri. First time into Tijjani Reijnders. Peels off the defender, Montesi. And it's a first-time shot as well. He just bends it to that far corner. It's really impressive from Reijnders. This one here. Nice strike. Across the goalkeeper, Jose Sa. You know, an option essentially there, Nunes, which is nice to see. Like, Nuri getting involved in the build-up as well now. Bernardo. Reijnders. Rodri. Haaland. Reijnders. Reijnders for 3! Reijnders makes it 3. An assist for Erling Haaland. It's 3-0 Manchester City. And it's Tijjani Reijnders with a double today. He's going to get some goals from that midfield. Very, very forward thinking. Very forward thinking here. A little back into Rodri, Haaland, then through to Reijnders. Defence can't do anything about it. 3-0 City. We are playing on world class. We'll probably give it another game. But if we dominate games like this, then probably we go up to legendary. Doku. Nicely done, Rodri. Reijnders. Doku. Reijnders again. Across the box to Erling Haaland. What a save by Jose Sa. Didn't quite catch it. Rodri. Reijnders. It's Jeremy Doku. It's 4-0 Manchester City. And that is game over. And we have smashed Wolves today. Haaland should have got a goal there. I don't know how he doesn't get a goal there. Fantastic save by Jose Sa. City recycle possession. We go again. There seems to be a lot of space in the box now. Maybe that's because Wolves are terrible. We'll bump it up to legendary. I mean, it's the first game. Reigns into Doku here. Nice touch there. So easy. Stones across to him. Stones can't stop it. Montesi with a chance here. Montesi with a chance and a save by Donnarumma, who looks for a debut clean sheet, really. Marmouche. And that is full time. We start the season in good form. A 4-0 win over Wolves. Do we bump it up to legendary? I'm not quite sure. Do we wait one more game just to see? Impressive performances from Doku, Reijnders, Erling Haaland. Nice big win. Nice first 3 points of the season. One of the things in the press conference that accompanies Matheus Nunes' show-stopping performance today at right back. He's got the most number of successful tackles. We're impressed by it. Celebrate Nunes' performance. Not bad right back from Nunes. Bernardo Silva has come to Pep Guardiola and said he wanted to let us know that he really wants to start this one. He doesn't believe he should be on the bench the next one against Spurs in the opening game of the season at home at the Etihad. I'll think about it, says Pep Guardiola. He is our captain. Maybe he should start. Fans have been taking to social media to anticipate Savinho versus Doggy. Let's encourage Savinho for the upcoming game. We've got Phil Foden. Celebrate Foden's form or encourage Foden. Don't play Foden's performance. I mean, he only came on a little bit, didn't he, against Wolves? Didn't show his quality, really. I think I know which midfield we'll go with. And fans will be expecting Haaland to be a regular starter, given his quality experience to advance forward. We know how good Erling Haaland is. He's going to score goals this season. Plenty of goals. And Premier League Team of the Week has been announced, actually, for that game against Wolves. Nuri gets in there. Rodri's in there. And as is Tijjani Reijnders. Reijnders, star of the show so far. This is how I'm going to go with against Spurs today, and we are going to make a few little changes and tweaks to the side. The midfield's the same, and the forward line does make one change. Foden comes in on the right-hand side ahead of Oscar Bob, because I did like how Matheus Nunes performed against Wolves, so we keep with the same defence as well. But we're going to change things tactically. Nunes is going to be asked to overlap on that right side, play more as an attacking wing-back, and Phil Foden's going to be asked to play much more narrower and in around Erling Haaland. That is the way we're going to do things. Let's see how it does work. The bench is the same apart from Bob and obviously Foden swapping things around. Savinho on the bench as well. O'Reilly, Stones and Kusanov who can come in and show his pace. Kusanov is probably our starting right back. He's the one you guys want to start right back. Because the Nunes performance against Wolves, it feels like we can't not put him in there. Do we bump things up to legendary in this game? I'm going to risk it. If we get absolutely smashed, we'll go back to world class. But it is against Spurs. City lost this game in real life. It's worth the risk. So first game of the new Premier League season at the Etihad. Arriving at the stadium is Pep Guardiola. Team talk in the dressing room because City know how difficult Tottenham Hotspur have been. Bumped up to legendary difficulty now. Big game for Manchester City. And all eyes on the likes of Reijnders, Jeremy Doku, the players that have had the top performances. The fans are ready. The fans are up for this one. It's good to see the side back at the Etihad, and it will be good to see the side go on and win the opening game of our Premier League season, our campaign at the Etihad. Of course, in real life, Manchester City lost this game by 2 goals and he had a really poor performance, really did struggle. Pep Guardiola makes a few changes in his City side. Let's see how Thomas Frank, the new Spurs manager, lines up his Spurs side. Well, we know the City starting 11 that will take on Spurs today. We know the way things will look, but how is Thomas Frank going to set up against City? Does he go with 3 holding midfielders? Does he go defensive? Well, in goal starts for Spurs, it is Vicario, the Italian. A back 4 of Spence, Danzo, Romero, the captain, and Doggy. Madison in the midfield alongside Kulusevski and Paulinho, very attacking, with Colomwani, Memphis Depay on the attacking line. Brennan Johnson. They got Xavi Simons off the bench, an attacking option as well. But very interested to see Kulusevski and Madison in front of Paulinho. Very attacking from Thomas Frank. And Johnson. Immediately dangerous here, Colomwani. What a save by Gianluigi Donnarumma. That is absolutely insane. What a save. Well, legendary difficulty. Teams are a little bit more expansive maybe on the attack. Oh, and pings it here. What a ball. Doku is there. Doku still. Doku inside. Jeremy Doku looks to shoot. He's taken off his feet just. Foden, great challenge. He keeps it in as well, Phil Foden. And in behind to Haaland is a narrow angle. But Erling Haaland might just find it. Saved by Vicario. Reijnders on the rebound. And it's Kulusevski slamming it away. He can't stop him. Jed Spence. Donnarumma dives for it. Tell you what, the goalkeeper's having a great game. Reijnders. Into Doku, and Spence is forward, so Doku's got space here. Doku into Haaland, good find. Up against Romero. Haaland goes with power, saved by Vicario. Reijnders. Passing towards Doku there, into space here. Against Jed Spence, Doku past him. Doku. Jeremy Doku, blocked away. Nunez, nice half-time. First 45 minutes flyby. Quite a well-balanced game, end to end. Having to concentrate really strongly defensively. Impressive so far from both sides. Oh, Matheus Nunes, poor pass. Depay. Bernardo Silva goes and takes a yellow card for the team there. Takes down the Dutchman. I had no intention of playing the ball there. I had one thing in my mind, and that was stopping Memphis Depay leading the counter. It will be a yellow card for the cap. Red card for the captain. I mean, it's cynical from Bernardo, but really a red card for that. I mean, Pep Guardiola is struggling to believe it as well. Bernardo's down the tunnel. That is never a red card. Reijnders. Fantastic feat by him. And here's Doku. And Doku against Danzo. And Doku in. And Haaland on the near post here. And there you go. The 10 men of Manchester City cannot be stopped. And it's Erling Haaland with his second goal. And his second appearance of the season. Fantastic by Erling. Doku here one-on-one. Little step overs past Danzo, puts it at that near post, Haaland attacks it, slams it in the near post. That's his second goal of the season in very similar circumstances. He gets there to Vicario and Romero. Vicario's very difficult position. He's got to try and stop it at the near post. He's hit with a lot of power. It's 2-0, it's 1-0 Manchester City. It's 2 goals in 2 for Erling Haaland. And City have the lead with 10 men here. And Johnson. Away from Aït-Nouri, well played. Johnson. Aït-Nouri recovers. Great challenge! Oh my word! Penalty Spurs for a great challenge by Aït-Nouri. That is such a good tackle, I don't believe it. Show me the penalty here, referee. Okay, it is. Keep my mouth shut. That's a penalty, isn't it? He doesn't get the ball. I thought he got the ball. It's a silly challenge to make, maybe. Donnarumma, can he be the hero against Madison here? Come on, Gigi. Oh, he goes the right way, but Madison puts it right in the bottom corner, 1-1. The 10 men of Manchester City couldn't hang on. Into Foden. Into Marmoush. What a ball. Marmoush! Oh! Tipped round the post by Vicario. Foden in there for City. And Kulusevski. Johnson. Oh, Colomwani's in. Colomwani! Off the bar. Away by Diaz. Away by Nico. Full-time whistle goes. And we get away with that one. Colomwani cracking the crossbar. In the final moments of the game, probably should have won it for Spurs there. We get away with it. The red card didn't help for Bernardo Silva with a 1-1 draw. The points are shared. We'll take it considering the circumstances in which that game was. Well, Bernardo Silva is brought up in the press conference and the post-match interview. Bernardo seems to have an issue with discipline and kept the referee busy. You can't be too pleased. I'm not going to criticise him. I didn't think it was a red card. I think he was harshly done by the referee, personally. Well, I am part of the starting Manchester City 11 on Finalysis, the app, powered by the fans' passion to rate players. After one game in every episode, we are going to be finalising players. You guys can go over to the Google Play Store, apply to be part of that now. And what we'll be doing is building over the episodes a best Finalysis 11 in this series. You can see there, this is the ratings of the players on the left-hand side. For the players in that Spurs game, a 1-1 draw. Highest rated I gave to Phil Foden, 86. I thought it was absolutely fantastic on that right-hand side. Diaz getting a plus 80 as well, and then obviously Doku and Haaland getting high ratings. Lowest rated with Bernardo Silva, 63, a red card. Ait Nuri with a 70. And we'll work out an average over the episodes and so how their players do perform, and we will build by the end of the season a Finalysis best starting 11 of Manchester City players. Finalysis is the place to be. Well, Bernardo Silva, actually development-wise, has actually grown by 1 overall rating to 84, developing as a midfielder. However, he gets suspended now for 1 game. And he's not the only one, because Tijjani Reijnders is also developing well. He's gone up to 87 rated after only 2 games at the club. Bernardo Silva comes to Pep Guardiola after asking to play a Spurs game. Says he could have contributed more. Don't blame yourself, but you're going to miss the next game now through suspension. Well, it's Brighton away up next to Manchester City, a side that did, of course, beat City in the latter stage in that second half. They've got some really good players in the Brighton squad there, and looking at analysis, they play in this 4-2-3-1 wide under Fabian Hürzeler. They've lost 1 and won 1 so far in the Premier League season. I mean, looking at the key players, those wide areas are dangerous. Mitoma and Minte, our fullbacks, need to be strong today. And also, Van Hecke's got a good battle against Haaland going off the field as well a little bit of a, something about a bit of edge to it, and obviously Baleba in midfield. What a footballer he is. I think we need to look out for Mitoma and Minte, though, defensively. That is where the issues lie. Well, it's a sign for Brighton today. We are going to change things a little bit tactically for this one, as we did in the game against Spurs, and we always will look to change things tactically depending on the opponent. The main changes come in the forward line, with the wide areas being changed from Doku, and it was, I think, Foden in the last one. It's going to be Marmoush and Savinho in the wide areas. The midfield and the forwards stay the same, as does the centre-back partnership and the goalkeeper, but I changed the full-back areas as well. Out drops Ait Nuri for Nico O'Reilly, and out drops Matheus Nunes today for Abu Kadir Kasanov. A bit more pace on that right side, up against Yakuba Minte and against Mitoma. And in terms of formation and shape, we're going to see the 3 stay the same, but we're going to see Savinho and sort of O'Reilly hold the width a little bit. Marmoush coming alongside Haaland, and then going to a back 3 of Vardiol, Diaz in the centre, and Kasanov at the back. It look a little bit more like this, you can see, and I think that will work really well. The 2 of Marmoush and Haaland combined together against that Brighton forward line, I think will cause them problems. Only 1 change on the bench as well in terms of a player coming in, with Bernardo Silva, the captain, suspended. In comes Mateo Kovacic, and of course the captaincy will go to Ruben Diaz. So home of Brighton Hove Albion, Manchester City go away to the Amex Stadium to take on a Brighton side that in real life turned them over in the second half. That is going to be something City need to be very aware of. City have to be careful that they don't get turned over in the second half today. If we have a fantastic first half performance, let's put our chances away. Against Spurs going down to 10 men, that did turn the way the game was going. But I think City on the counter up against Minte and Mitoma and Welbeck and Ruta, who's going to win flick on Jorginho Ruta, that will be difficult. I assume they go with that side that we expect, but I just saw there Fede Kadioglu might start for Fabian Hürzeler's side. That might make a big change and a big difference. Well, Brighton fans hoping to see an upset against Manchester City. They saw it last season. They might just go and see it again. So Fabian Hürzeler starts in goal with his very good ball-playing goalkeeper, Van Verbruggen. There's Kadioglu, Bashagli, Van Hecke and De Kuiper. The backline, Hinshelwood and Baleba there in the midfield. And then it is Yakuba Minte, Ruta and Mitoma supporting Welbeck up top. Lewis Dunk, the captain, surprisingly, on the bench. O'Reilly, Rodri, Reijnders, he's standing off. Reijnders! And a save by Verbruggen. He stood off him, he tried it. Difficult attempt. That's Kasanov initially. Kasanov doesn't recover particularly well there. In the box, Brighton a chance here, Ruta. Been tipped over the bar by Donnarumma. Reijnders. Oh, horrible challenge on him. That's a red card as much as Bernardo Silva's was. I'm sure it won't get given. Foden. Marmoush. Through to Foden here. Foden's in! Oh, and Foden drags it wide of the post. Just sort of come across it a little bit. Yellow card for Jack Hinshelwood. That would have been a red card if it was Bernardo Silva, wouldn't it? That is a red card challenge from Jack Hinshelwood on Tijjani Reijnders here. Shot to Savinho here. Diaz. Haaland there! Van Verbruggen makes the save. Oh, what a chance. It's only been a good run there. Welbeck. Mitoma again. Good speed by Mitoma. Kusanov with him. Diaz can't stop him. Mitoma! What a goal by Kairo Mitoma there. He has give Kusanov nightmares at right back so far. Kusanov is struggling and Mitoma gives Brighton the lead here. What a goal. I can't stop him. Crossing by Brighton. Van Hecker off the line by Rodri. City struggling. Last-time substitution of Manchester City, and the injured Tijjani Reijnders is off, which is a big, big loss into the second half of Mitoma. Oh, Minte it is, loses that one. Minte. Diaz lost him. Yakuma Minte! What a challenge by Vardiol. On to Haaland here. Cross towards Marmoush! Oh, Karioglu takes him down, referee. Savinho. Into Haaland. Through to Shaqiri. Ryan Shaqiri with a goal, but he's offside, isn't he? He thinks he's scored the winner. Or the equaliser, but he's offside here, Ryan Shaqiri. Shaqiri. Haaland strike, what a block, what a tackle by Van Hecker. That was the chance to win it. Shaqiri to Haaland, but he couldn't hit it. Full time, City get what they got in real life. 0 points away at Brighton. Fabian Hurtzler's side outdo Pep Guardiola's team. A win, a draw and a loss to start the season. Well, there's still one game remaining in today's episode, and we need to perform in it. Because I believe it's the Manchester derby. And we go into it, disappointing game here. International break, chance to think about things. Well, this is absolutely crushing news, because a man who has been our best player so far in Tijjani Reijnders has picked up an injury, and he's out for 3 months. That tackle from Jacques Hinchelwood, which was a disgraceful tackle, will keep him out of our midfield for 3 months. What a miss, because he's been class so far. Erling Haaland is widely considered one of the most clinical forwards in world football. We need him to be scoring more. This Manchester Derby Day press conference of Pep Guardiola. Haaland looking to gel in the team, celebrate Haaland's form. We need City to perform here, because Derby Day is upon us, and we cannot be forming like we did against Brighton. Well, being that we have no Tijjani Reijnders, I've decided to change the team up a little bit for the Manchester Derby, and we are going to go more to a 4-2-3-1 formation, with Omar Mamouche in behind Erling Haaland and Phil Foden off the right with Doku off the left. To switch the view with the ball, we're going to play Nunez more of attacking wing-back with Doku in the wide areas. I knew he's going to drift in and out everywhere, pick those pockets alongside Bernardo Silva and Rodri. And then Marmouche and Foden nice and close to Erling Haaland. Hopefully will mean more goals. On the bench is Savinho, Bob, Shaqiri, Kovacic, Nico Gonzalez, O'Reilly, Kusanov, and also John Stones as well. So Manchester derby time for Manchester City and Manchester United. Ruben Amorim, will they ever win again? Well, we hope they won't be winning today. Pep Guardiola's Manchester City take on United in a derby, and we are looking to put in our top performance against that manager. Well, the atmosphere is rocking here at the Etihad Stadium as Manchester City get ready for the derby, captained by Bernardo Silva and United's captain Harry Maguire. Out come the two sides for a big battle between two teams who haven't started the Premier League perfectly so far. Both teams have had their problems. Both teams look to try and rectify that after the international break that we've just seen here today. Amorim versus Guardiola. United with big money spent on a big investment in a big team isn't still working out. Let's see how Ruben Amorim lines up in his Manchester United starting 11. This is the Manchester United starting 11, and they go with that 5-2-3 or the 3-4-3. Lamins starts in goal. Dalot and Dog in the wing-back areas with Lisandro Martinez, Maguire and De Ligt. Fernandes in the central midfield role across Mainu. And then they do have, across that front line, Mbuemo, Seshko and Cunha. In trouble here, Dalot against Doku. Edge of the box. Rodri, Haaland, Bernardo. It's Phil Foden in a Manchester derby. He loves the goal, doesn't he, Phil Foden? And it's an early one for Foden here against United. Found by Bernardo Silva. And a goal for Phil Foden. 1-0 Manchester City. Really good finish and really good play. Bernardo finds him, one touch on the penalty spot. Top corner past Lamins. No stopping that one. He cleared away by Bernardo. To Reijnders. And on the chest of Reijnders. And Reijnders drives. And Reijnders into Doku. And there's trouble for United again here. Doku. Home with a strike here. Lamins with a save and behind for a goal kick. Or for a corner, sorry. I could have taken a touch, but I thought Martinez would get across. And towards Doku. Nice play. Doku. Marmouche. Wide to Doku. Trouble for United here. Doku. It's into Erling Haaland. What is that finish by Haaland? Why didn't he leather it on his left foot? To the shoulder by Marmouche. Into Phil Foden by Marmoush. Foden. Into behind to Marmoush here. Marmoush! Oh, good save by Lemons and away by Maguire. Dorgu. Oh, Erling Haaland working hard for his side here. Haaland. It's Marmoush again! He leathers it right down the middle at Lemons. Another good chance wasted. Dallo. Into was Doku. Marmoush. Doku. Haaland for a tap in and Maguire's there again. How have we not scored, City? Haaland. Doku. Trouble for United here. Doku. Haaland to finish the game off. There we go. 2-0 Manchester City. We are winning this derby without a doubt. He could have had a hat-trick today. He very, very much should have had a hat-trick today. It's only one, but it's a good start. I knew in transition we would kill United. You could sense it every time. And Doku lays it on a plate for Erling Haaland who makes it 2-0 Manchester City. And that is game. I am certain. Guardiola can't stop him. Bruno Fernandes. Mazraoui. Put in by Kovacic. Not enough chance here for Man United. Cunha! Great feet, good goal. 2-1 game on. 2-1 game on. Matheus Cunha with a goal. Haaland. Nico. Nico, he can get on his bike a little bit here. Haaland to Foden. In behind to Shirky. Back through to Foden here. Phil Foden for 3. There you go. Game over. Ryan Shirky with the assist. And Manchester City getting all 3 points here. A 3-1 win and a big goal for Phil Foden. Look at the celebrations by Gianluigi Donnarumma. He knows how big that one is. The Poznan's going. And we lead the derby. What a touch by Shirky here. Into Foden's path. Into the top corner. Past Lemons. 3 Manchester City. A double for Phil Foden, who's been another star performer so far in today's episode. In by Foden. Away by United. Savinho. And that is full time. We end the episode with a big 3-1 win over Manchester United. A win in the derby, getting us back to winning ways. You can vote on your player of the episode. It will be in the community tab on the day these videos release. Of course, if you're part of the We Are City Silver Club, you will get these episodes early. What an end to the episode. This is our first full episode into the action, and Foden's been fantastic. Please like the video if you haven't already. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. This series is going to be one of the best we've ever had on the channel. We'll see you guys next time.